Hey everybody, it's Miss Sprunger. Today we're going to be talking about translations. So what are translations? So in this bigger umbrella term of transformations, there's a bunch of different ways that we can move shapes on a coordinate plane. There's translations, reflections, rotations, dilations. We are going to focus on translations in this video, just so that we can get the basics and the properties of these of this transformation understood. So what is a translation? A translation is a term used in geometry to describe a function that moves an object a certain distance. So the new object that you produce is going to be congruent. So if you remember that math term congruent, that means same size, same shape as the original shape. And the new object looks exactly the same, just in a different location on the coordinate plane. So it's not going to be flipped, rotated, bigger, smaller. It's going to look exactly the same. So let's look at an example so we can kind of figure out, like, what does this mean in a context? So let's say you're given a problem and it says, translate this shape 1 unit to the left and 6 units down. Well, if you're like me, I like to make sure, if this helps you, definitely feel free to do that. So I like to write my lefts and rights just so I don't get confused. If that helps you, go for it. So we want to move our shape 1 unit to the left. So I'm going to do 1 point at a time, okay? So I'm going to start with H right here. So I'm going to go 1 unit to the left, which would be here. And then I'm going to go 6 units down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is my new H. So whenever we have a new point, we want to make sure we show that it's the new point on the coordinate plane. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my apostrophe next to it. This just tells us that it's our new shape, okay? And you'll kind of see in a few more examples. All right, next I'm going to do F. So it says 1 unit to the left. So I'm going to go to the left 1 and then down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is my new F point. I'm putting that little, I know it looks like a number 1 next to it, but it's really like an apostrophe. Okay, and then I'm going to do G. So 1 unit to the left, 6 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I've got my new G. Well, that's a bad G. Sorry, guys. All right, and then I'm going to connect my points with straight lines. I would recommend doing this with a ruler. I'm going to use a straight line tool just so we can make sure it looks nice and neat. You know, mostly neat. Okay, so notice with this, our shape that we produced looks exactly the same if you were able to draw straight lines. It looks exactly the same as our original shape. It's not flipped, it's not bigger, smaller, it's congruent to that original shape. It looks exactly like that original shape, it's just moved on the coordinate plane. So that's really all translations are. You just have to read the instructions that they give you. All right, let's look at this other one. So we've got a four-sided, we've got a quadrilateral shape. So a translation, 5 units to the left and 2 units down. So same concept, people. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to, it doesn't matter which point you start with, by the way. I just like to do it one at a time so I'm not getting confused. So we've got my lefts and my rights. So it says 5 units to the left. So I'm going to move all of them to the left. So start with C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2 units down, 1, 2. So there is my new C. Next, I'm going to do B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the left, 1, 2 down. That's going to be my new B. E, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 2, 1, 2. That's going to be E. And then D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, down 1, 2. That's going to be D. All right, so with your straight lines, making sure that you're connecting them. I'm trying to make it look, whoops, that's not a good one. I'm trying to make it nice and pretty for you guys. It's not looking, it's hard to do on this device. All right, but notice that we've got a congruent shape. It looks exactly the same, didn't flip, followed the directions. It's just moving that shape on the coordinate plane. I'm gonna do one more example. Let's see. Sometimes you're only going to be given one instruction, so move this shape up, down, left, right. So in this case, it says 2 units up. Oh, I forgot I still had my line tool. Oops. So let's do this really quick. This one should be pretty easy. So I, 2 units up, 1, 2. There's my new I, making sure I put the apostrophe next to it. Next, I've got H, moving that up 2. Making sure you're taking your time and not making any silly mistakes is also important. J, my new J, and then this looks like a G, going up 1, 2. All right. So I've got my new, I'm gonna do this in yellow so we can kind of see it a little bit better maybe. Whoops, that's not the one I wanted to connect. All right, so again, not super pretty, but we did get a congruent shape. It's okay that they kind of overlapped. We just wanted to follow the instructions. I hope this helps, guys. Translations aren't too tricky. You just got to make sure you're reading the instructions that they're giving you. You might be given a translation and they ask you to write the instructions. So let's say they gave you something like this. They gave you like in this case, they gave you the new shape. You might have to write the rule saying, okay, like what happened to this shape? If this is your new shape and this is your original shape, what happened to this shape? So you would have to be responsible for saying, okay, well, this point moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, you know what? I didn't do that right. Did I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it's D. Miss Brunger's struggle busing, guys. I forgot that it moved down. Don't listen to me. I'm just kidding. All right, guys. I hope this helps. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If you need any, guys, I make mistakes too, so just bear with me. If you need any help with anything or need any further assistance, resources, anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to help each and every one of you. So just let me know if I can do that in any way. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye, everybody.